What's good, y'all, man? So today we're here to talk about UCF, man, and the class that they're putting together. Talk a little bit about what they did last season in the Big 12 and what that can mean in the future. But first, we're going to look at the 2024 class. All right, so 2024, they got four-star Colin Fox, outstanding standout receiver from Grayson. Also got Quad Birdsong, who was kind of revered and seen as one of the best, players, linebackers, pretty much in the state last year. He was an outstanding player. Walt Claire Flynn is another major-time player they got last year on the offensive line for Grayson. Two major standouts. Again, Grayson went really far last year, made it to the semifinals. So this is a little bit of the 24 class. Here's some other guys. All right, also got Derek McCormick. I like him at the linebacker role as well. Underrated, I think, at the three-star level. E.J. Colson, reclassified, was at Cedar Grove, led them to a state championship last year. Beat Savannah Christian, man. He does everything well. Reads the field well. Probably won't play in his first year because they're going to have KJ Jefferson, but he's going to get to learn quickly and would not be surprised if he's competing for a spot next year. Not this upcoming season, but that following season. All right, now let's go to Deshad Presley, another major standout safety, out of Florida, man. Y'all know Florida got the athletes, man. They can play at multiple positions. He's another one of those guys. He's going to be an interesting one to follow for the 2024 class. All right, now we on to 2025, and I like what they're doing in the state of Georgia. Today, they landed Chastain Brown, who committed today. I got to see him at the Under Armour camp, and he did some really nice things well. Like, he has a good size. He's about 6'8" now, probably about 260. He moves very, very well for his size, man. He's going to only, continue to put on weight. I can see him probably getting up to 285, 290 before even hitting college, potentially, or before he even takes a snap. He has a big-time future, man. He learns well. I was really impressed seeing him at the Under Armour camp. This guy right here is a stud. They won the state championship last year, Thomas County Central, in 6A. I mean, this dude right here, hard hitter, can come downhill, man. Landing this kid as well was another major get for them. And then also, I like this kid right here, Carl Jenkins Jr., man. Absolute stud out of St. Augustine, that wide receiver, man. That deep ball, that burner can go win the 50-50 ball. This kid's a stud. Rashawn Perry's also another major standout on the defensive line out of Newton. And then they landed Andrew Stargell from Roswell. So you got two offensive line commits from the state of Georgia. For UCF, 4 commits total with Perry, Stargell, Brown, and also Kendarius Reddick. So I just said this. I wanted this video just to show that 2024 and 2025, they're already doing an outstanding job of putting this together. You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, you really analyze and see, they had a top 40 class last year. They're already at the top 23 right now, according to 247 Sports. So that's how you put together a class in terms of putting together talent. And I think sometimes people get so caught up in the 5-star, 4-star, stuff like that. Does it matter? Yes, it does. But when you can hit on these guys like this, these 3-star guys that has the potential to be big-time players, that definitely says a lot about what Gus Malzahn is doing in the recruiting world and what he's doing with his team, man. So don't be surprised. We'll talk about more in a second, but don't be surprised you see this team real good in a couple years. All right, now as you guys can see, I did want to talk a little bit about what they did last year. They were 6-7. They're going to be entering year 4 of Gus Malzahn, 3-6 in the Big 12. Again, things like that are adjustments. When you come from a smaller conference, or a conference that's not on the level of, a top-tier one like a Big 12, a Big 10, SEC, ACC, it takes a little bit of a time. So, they're going to have to adjust to this, but I think they showed some good signs last year. They made a bowl game. Unfortunately, ended up losing their bowl game, but they were bowl eligible last year, so that says a lot. So Gus Malzahn, that crew, Darren Henshaw is going to be the new offensive coordinator, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that offensive scheme looks with the new quarterback, KJ Jefferson. But they got some talent, man. So don't be surprised. I said a couple moments ago, 2025, 2026, this is a team competing at the top of the Big 12 and being able to have a big impact, man. They're doing a great job with the recruiting. Again, getting solid recruits. Not always about getting all the 5 and 4 stars and all that. You get solid recruits that can come in and contribute, that are good players, show good character. That says a lot, man. So you at UCF, knock it down right here. I talked about Georgia Tech a few years ago about being a program on the rise. They're darn near here. I think this year they're going to take that next leap forward, win about 9 to 10 games, and be on that precipice of making that college football playoff. I think this UCF team can definitely say that in about a year or two. It's going to be right there. And I wouldn't not be surprised if they go from 6 to 8, maybe 9 wins this year. But don't sleep on UCF. They are a team to watch. They're going to be very, very good. I think this season and in a couple years. But y'all comment below your thoughts on UCF.